Hello everybody, my name is Madalina and I represent Integrare Europeană organization and we are here in a number of 7 people to present and to explain our work during this project. Well, as you all know, each partner had to design, organize, implement and multiply a training course. Well, the one we had to, please, organize had as outputs, am I right? Yes. The e-learning platform, I have autism, I can integrate, virtual assistant and also an employer's guide. Following the main objective of the project, in order to develop a training program with the help of new technologies adapted for adults with autism, which respects their space learning and highlights their skills. Next. Okay. The activity was divided into 2 parts. A theoretical one, which took the form of an online session, and of course the practical one. Now, the first one, training seminars, organized for participants who do not have the basic notions in the field of technology and informatics, ICT knowledge. Okay, the first one, the online seminar. As you can see, it's bilingual. The first part is Romanian, and then we try to translate it into English. On May the 6th, this year, 2022, our organization, together with local partners, held the activity named Second Training Seminars, which was organized for participants who do not have the knowledge or the basic notions in the field of ICT. It was, as I said, an online seminar, and during this online seminar, 62 specialists took part in it. And all their works, as you can see, some proof of our work. Next. Okay, and all the works were published in a book, in a volume, with National Library identification, and it will be offered for free to all the NGOs that sustain, encourage, and helps people with autism. The second part, the practical one, it was a workshop, and there were involved youth, youngsters with autism, and of course their parents. The practical activity was attended by a number of 11 young people, and there were 7 boys and 4 girls. All of them were diagnosed from an early age with autism or elements from the autism spectrum. All the youngsters, were aged between 16 and 24, and all of them had, of course, different backgrounds. Some come from legally constituted families, others from single-parent families, and still others from placement centers. 5 of them came from rural areas and 6 from urban areas. There were 8 parents who accompanied the young people during all the activities. Okay, these are some pictures from the activities. And the aim, the main objective of this activity was to develop behaviors and skills in order to help those youngsters to be able to get employed or even to have the ability to search on their own for a proper job. In order to do this, we suggested that at the end of this workshop, the young people, the youngsters, will know where to look for a job, how to create an email address, how to write their own CV, and how to write a letter of intent, following, of course, the standard steps and expressions, how to present themselves during an interview, taking into account verbal and non-verbal language. Next. The methods used were description, exposition, exercise, dialogue, and of course, role play, in order to make them feel exactly like in a real situation. Next. Other examples, other pictures from the activities. Next. Okay. Of course, doing a SWOT analysis, we found strengths and weaknesses. And of course, the strengths were less than the weaknesses, so our course was a need in this field. Some of the strengths, the fact that parents and young people's desire to be informed about their rights when it comes to people with disabilities relating to having or getting a job, and the fact that they had the chance and the opportunity to learn about all the facilities offered by the state to employers in order to integrate them into the labor market. And the weaknesses. Of course, involvement of a single parent in most cases, lack of knowledge and the lack of skills in the field of ICT, both for parents and for young people, and the fact that neither the young people nor their parents knew that there was a possibility to search for a job for people with disabilities. And of course, they didn't know that there is legislation that allows them to occupy a job and facilities provided by the state. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, we are willing to answer them. If not, we will continue. One of our colleagues, Gabriela Marinescu, designed and implemented a course named Closer to Our Students through interactive digital applications. And while implementing this course, she used in one of the activities this application, which name is ThinkLink. And students were very eager and very interested in using it. So we decided to use it to create a schedule for an autist kid when going or preparing to going for the interview. And we name it, what can I do to get to the interview on time? As we know, everything has to be done step by step, very clear and very specific and precisely. This is why we did this. So, which might be the first step before going to an interview? So we are at home, of course, but let's see. Go back. Sorry, some technical problems. Just. Okay. Apasă pe el. Nu apăsăm pe el? So the first thing is to set the alarm clock. I will leave them and I will tell you. So the first thing is to set the alarm clock with 3 hours before the interview. Why is that? Because we need to be very organized and to know exactly what we have to do, step by step. Okay. After we set the alarm clock, what do we have to do? Okay, I do some refreshing exercises. What do you think? What should we do in order to do this? Refreshing exercises at home. So, I run around the house. Or, most of them think about something they really like. So, I think about something I really like, such as lamps, since I have always liked lamps. And I'm going to an interview today, so there will be a lot of light around me. Next, of course, we are having a shower. I will have a shower. I'm having a shower in order to get ready and to refresh myself. Of course, then, the next step, I get dressed. Oh, yes. I choose the right clothes for the interview. An office outfit, a smart outfit. We have already got dressed. Now, let's see what we will do. Of course, we get hungry. I have breakfast before I leave for the interview. And someone has to give me a lift to the interview. So the best choice would be to call for a taxi. I order a taxi so that I can arrive 15 minutes earlier. And in some cases, don't forget to take my medicine. Okay, thank you. Since then, until now, this NGO has been a partner in many Erasmus Plus projects and has sent more than 100 young people, one of them is me, and thank you, in difficulty, and 45 volunteers in different training courses, of course in different fields, such as European citizenship, drug use, minorities' rights, entrepreneurship, and many others. There are 37 trainers and youth workers with different competencies, all of them developed in more than 12 training courses organized by associations and non-governmental organizations from France, Italy, England, Germany, and Romania. Next. Our project, New Horizons for the Blue World, the coordinator, the French partner, and the project is addressed to adults with autism who are integrated into society and to the workplace on the labor market. The goal, the aim, is to develop their personal autonomy, to make them on their own capable to sustain themselves, to manage while looking for a job, and also to face all the challenges which might appear in a job. Final products for the project. Of course, as I said earlier, an e-learning platform, a virtual assistant, and an employer's guide. Okay, those are the badges of all the partners, I suppose. Yes, and the picture. E-learning platform. I have autism. I can integrate. Next. Okay, the direct beneficiaries of education through the e-learning platform are young people with autism in special education, and also teachers, psychologists, trainers, and other peoples or organizations who want to use a modern e-learning platform in the process of online learning and training. And they are for free. They are free of charges. It looks like this. Okay, and the courses, the training courses. Of course, the first one, the French partner, France as coordinator, self-expression course with the help of art therapy for adults with autism. Next, please. Okay, Italy. Okay, public speaking techniques for people with autism spectrum disorders. Romania, from Brăila this time, online training course for adults with autism who want to integrate into the labor market. Russia, communication and socialization course for adults with autism. Cyprus, the basics of time management skills. This time, Romania again, but Buzău, using the operating system, ICT technology tools for assisting people with autism. Okay, now, the course was implemented, and it was already tested on a group of 22 people, teachers teaching within the special education field, and also in the normal, traditional, as we say it, educational system. And it was also certificated. Thank you. Next. Okay. So as I said earlier, with the application we used for the how to organize 3 hours before the interview. So this is one of the courses which can be found on the platform, closer to our students through interactive applications. Okay, here is an example how you can use ACT to help people with autism. Done? This is our clock, the interview. Next. And this is all. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us.